Hello and welcome to another episode of Talk of the Crown. In fact, episode 19. Can you believe it? 19 episodes already. Hello and welcome to my live chat. Now, the format is exactly the same as every single week. You can ask me whatever questions you want. You can start any topic of conversation to do with the royal family. It's totally up to you. Or if you haven't got anything to say, just say hello. And of course, I am live at 10 o'clock GMT every single week. Now, I always go and find the chat room. So let's pull up the video on my phone and I will find all of you in the chat room. Aha, I can see you already. Now let's change it to live chat so I can see what you're all saying in real time. And let's do some hellos, romper room style. So hello to Sharon Nichols and HJ London and Midnight Hazel and Jeff Gosney and Gerald and Rhonda and Scott Goff. And Dee Dee and Maria and Arnold Sanders and Joanne and James Medford, the first Mrs. R, Rodney Jackson, Ilma Barr, Donna Pape, Vinnie Blair, Diamond Dene, Nico is here, Betsy's here, hello Betsy, Alex, Soliarda 222, Rosary Chaplet, Sweet Serenity, Sheila Bloom, Paige Greenhill, Beatrice, Melody, Malcolm, OAM Faney, and my goodness, the list gets bigger and bigger each week. Pam G, Taverna, I think that's pronounced. I think I've said H.A. Bracken. Sarah is here, and Justin, and Iris, and Eleanor, and Beverly, and Maria. My goodness, I need to take some breath. Let's read some of the questions, or just hellos. Let me see. Most people just saying hello. Rodney's saying, hello, Elliot and everyone. Hope you're enjoying the blessings of the day. I hope you all are too. Let's scroll down. Okay, HJ London says, Elliot, what is it with the talk of the Duke of Edinburgh not attending Eugenie's wedding? That is disappointing if true. Well, first of all, that's the first time I've heard that rumour. So I'm going to give it my first of the chat fake news fan flap. There we go, fake news fan flap. Now, I would imagine that he probably may attend. There is a slim possibility, an outside chance that he might not. Of course, the Queen and Philip didn't attend the christening of Prince Louis. So that is one kind of major family event they didn't turn up for. However, I think a wedding is slightly different, and I think we might see the Duke of Edinburgh at the wedding, but I certainly haven't heard any talk that he won't. So for now, let's leave that as fake news and rumours until we hear any more. And of course, if I do hear any more, I will update you and let you know. Sonia Boys says, good morning, Elliot. Did you find the link for the replica of Meghan's wedding tiara that I left on last week's live chat? Yes, I did. I put it on my wish list. I found it on Amazon, of all places. So yes, I have put the replica Meghan wedding tiara, which is Queen Victoria's diamond bandeau, and that is on my wish list. So if anybody wants to take a look, the link is in the description of this video, and it is on there. And I have to say, it does look a remarkable replica. It's really, really similar. In fact, I could hardly fault it. It really does look pretty much an exact match. So do go and take a look at the wish list if you want to see the diamond bandeau, because it really does look phenomenal, and it looks really good quality too. Sweet Serenity says, Elliot, you look quite smashing. Well, thank you so much. I'm sure you do too, wherever you are. Bob Scobie is from Canada. Hello to you, Bob in Canada, and all my Canadian friends. Rosary Chaplet says, oh, your brooch. Okay, shall I get up and give you a really close look? Right, here we go. I'm hoping you can see it. Maybe the light's a bit bright, but it is the Queen. There we go. If I move back slightly. It is the Queen. There we go. And she has little diamond jewels inside as well. Go Getter says, hello, good to see you again. Well, I can't see you, but it's good to have you in the chat. Ilma Barr says, loved your Dancing Queen video. Well, I really enjoyed making it. In fact, it was on the official Twitter of the royal family. They posted a video of the Dancing Queen being played outside Buckingham Palace. And I thought, how can I spice up this video? So, of course, I had to find a real Dancing Queen. And in fact, there was two Dancing Queens in that video, because there was the Queen and the Queen Mother as well. And of course, the clip that I inserted into that video was taken from the Gillies Ball, which is held every year at Balmoral, where they have fantastic Scottish dancing, and it's all amazing fun. And I still believe it happens every single year, to even today. So the royals that are there in Balmoral this year hopefully will be attending a Gillies Ball very, very similar, and I would love to be a fly on the wall to see that. Rhonda Malone Blair says, have you applied for your ticket to Eugenie's wedding as of yet? Yes, I have. And in fact, I put down 2 names, because if you remember the video I made, you have to name the people and you can't change names. So if you're lucky enough to win the ballot and get a place, then you can't change names that are down. So I put myself and my mother down. So if I am lucky enough, it will be me and my mother vlogging from Princess Eugenie's wedding. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that I get picked, because it will be really phenomenal to be there at the actual wedding event, because I don't believe it is going to be televised. They certainly haven't confirmed yet that it will be, but it will be the best place to hear the wedding, because it's going to be played on the loudspeakers. So even though you can't see in there, you'll see the arrivals, departures, and you'll be able to hear the goings on inside the church, which I doubt they will televise that bit. They might, then again, they might not. I don't know. There isn't anything confirmed on that yet. Taverna says, Earldom for Jack Brooksbank, why not? Again, that's one of those things we don't know. It's not confirmed. It's just speculation that he won't. Nothing has actually been said that he will or not. It's one of those things we really don't know. But if they follow suit, perhaps, I mean, Zara's a little bit different because she's not a princess in her own right. Princess Eugenie is, so technically Jack kind of would qualify, if you like, for an earldom, but it depends entirely upon if it was offered. But I do think they'll probably go down the same route as Zara and not receive any new titles. So Princess Eugenie will still remain Princess Eugenie, but she won't be of York. She'll be Princess Eugenie, Mrs. Jack Brooksbank. And Jack Brooksbank probably will not receive a title and will remain Mr. Jack Brooksbank. Now, there is quite a lot of talk about, what should happen to the males who marry a titled female. Now that we're in the age of equality, what should happen to titles? And I think starting with royal titles is a good way to work down the whole system and get things a lot more even and fair. So there's, talk of maybe making a default title as the Honourable. So maybe they would be the Honourable Mr. Jack Brooksbank, or, something of that nature. But if you're asking on a personal level, would I prefer him to have a title? Yes, I would. I think an earldom would be a really good title, because then Princess Eugenie could be a countess of whatever as well. But it's one of those things we will have to just wait and see. Hello to Beatrice. Hopefully not the Princess Beatrice. No, it's Beatrice Agimang. I think I said that correctly. Gerald says, love your brooch, thank you so much. And Panji says, I agree, the Dancing Queen video rocked. I think it does. And you can never go wrong with the Queen dancing. Sonia Boy says, oh, awesome, it's stunning. Well, thank you. I'm glad you can see it. I know that the light in front of me is a bit bright and you probably can't see. But I hope you saw when I got up and showed you. Rachel Quarrell says, the Duke not attending Eugenie's wedding is a load of rubbish. Again, we'll have to wait and see, but I see no reason why he shouldn't or wouldn't go to the wedding. HJ London says, it has been reported that, oh, hang on, I think I've clicked a button on my phone. There we go. It has been reported that because of his relationship with Sarah Ferguson, he does not want to attend Eugenie's wedding. Oh, I'm giving that a fake news fan flap. Fake news. Do not believe that. Where do you hear these rumours from? Where are they coming from? It's all just a complete load of fake news. Do not believe that for a second. That is troublemaking. It's trouble raising and troublemaking. Do not believe it. David Penner says, any gossip on Thomas Markle? I heard that Kensington Palace put a ban on the Markles giving out press information. Well, for a start, I don't do gossip. I do not do royal gossip. But I haven't heard that they put a ban on anything. I haven't heard that they've intervened with anything. So again, I'm going to give that a big fake news fan flap. I'm flapping my fan lots today. A big fake news fan flap for that. But it is something that I wanted to happen. I did want the palace to step in and take a little bit of control. So, of course, if I heard anything that they had done that, I would bring that to you straight away. But I haven't heard anything, so I think for the moment we'll leave that as fake news. Alex Paul says, hello everyone, blessed to all. How are you, Elliot? I'm fine, thank you so much, and I hope you're well too. Donna Pape says 168 in here. Please hit the like button. Yes, if you're actually 173 now. If you're in here, please give this video a big old thumbs up, because it really does help YouTube know that you're enjoying it, so it pushes it out there to more people. So if you want more people in our club, please hit the like button, or the thumbs up as it's known. Beverly Nichols says, did you hear Meghan's dad slating that he thinks Meghan is really unhappy because he can see it on her face? Yes, I did hear that. And I think that is true that he did actually say that. But you've seen Meghan out. You saw her at the charity polo match, the Centre Barley charity polo, where Harry won, his team won. Meghan did not look unhappy in the face to me. I think she looked really joyful, really happy. She gave 2 kisses. She didn't just kiss Harry, she kissed Nacho as well. I think that's how you say his name, Nacho or Nacho. She kissed two men that day. And Harry gave a little look, but that was okay. I think it was just quite a funny moment. And Harry looked really happy doing his little skip at the end. So if you want to go and see that video, please take a look at the charity polo video if you haven't already. Full of amazing Harry and Meghan moments. So please let me know your thoughts in this chat about that as well. Book Princess says, hello to the Royal Reviewer family and our one and only Elliot. Well, hello to you too. Justin Lagrange says, what name will Prince Charles take as king? I read an article saying he might take King George VII. Yes, that is probably the most likely title. I'm going to give that article a real news thumbs up. I'm going to give it a real news thumbs up. He could take any of his given names. He could be Charles III, but it's probably more likely that he'll take George VII because of continuation with the George name, and of course his some kind of affinity with his grandfather, and maybe a bit of a tribute to his grandmother too. So he could do that out of honour, but also I think the main reason is to get some kind of separation, because of course he's just spent 60 years as the Prince of Wales, the longest ever Prince of Wales in British history, and I think it's good to get a little bit of separation. He would do very well to distance himself from his old previous incarnation as the Prince of Wales, and kind of like a caterpillar going into a chrysalis and then emerging as a beautiful butterfly. A new name would certainly, give a new lease of life and kind of like a new beginning. So I do think he will take on George VII, but again, nothing confirmed. That's just something that could happen, but probably is most likely. The First Mrs. R says, that Dancing Queen video was a slice of awesome. You should send it to the media department at the palace. I really enjoyed editing that video. It was really good to try and get the dancing to match. And then my favourite moment actually is when the Queen isn't dancing. She's just kind of there in the footage just going. And I like that moment. That's really, really good. That's my favourite moment of the whole video. Please go and check out that video. I haven't called it the Dancing Queen video, although maybe in a few weeks I may rename the video. What do you think? Sarah says, I loved seeing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex giving each other a quick kiss after the polo match. It was really sweet. I loved Meghan's dress as well. I think she's really upping it with the fashion stakes recently, and that dress at the polo was really, really amazing. Didn't it kind of remind you a little bit, okay, minus the polka dots, but a little bit Pretty Woman? I mean, I thought it looked really, really good. Mrs. BSNCO9 is in the room. Hello to you. Sheila Bloom says, happy to hear networks are dropping the miserable Markles. Again, they could appear on UK Big Brother. We don't know. We're going to have to wait and see on that one. Rachel Quarles says, where can I watch the Dancing Queen video? I think I called it, Can You Guess the Tune? So if you look for the video, it's only a couple of videos down. Can you guess the tune that the guards played at the changing of the guard of Buckingham Palace? And it's in that video. It's a picture. The thumbnail is a picture of the Queen dancing. So you'll be able to find it quite easily. H.A. Bracken says, I saw Beatrice talking about the Duke of Edinburgh on a documentary, and I got the impression that she and Eugenie are very close to the grandparents. I think that's true too. So there's no reason that I can think of why the Duke wouldn't be at the wedding. H.A. London says, I hope you get to go to Princess Eugenie's wedding. You deserve it. Well, thank you so much. I really would. That would be, it would be amazing. I'd be able to get some proper, real quality footage that no one else would be able to get. It would be really, really good. I mean, apart from the other people that are there too, but it would be really, really good to actually be there. Rita B says, I would love to see that as well. Rhonda Malone Blair says, yes, fingers crossed. That is so sweet that you would take your mum. I'm definitely going to take her. Her name is down. Rosie Shepherd said, shared you on Twitter right now. Thank you so much. Deziga, Devita, I think that's pronounced, says, would you be allowed onto the grounds with your phone at the wedding? I presume so, because I think weren't people filming for Harry and Meghan's? I don't know. I'd like to think that you would be able to take some kind of footage. Otherwise, that would be a bit, I don't know. It wouldn't be so good, but I can't see why not. I mean, if they're allowing, people to film the arrivals, then I can't see why there wouldn't be phones allowed whenever you're at, a royal engagement and you're lucky enough to maybe be at the front of where they are. You can always have your phone. So I see no reason why you wouldn't be able to. Gerald Sissinger says, can I box up Wendy Williams and mail her to you? I'm tired of her bashing the Duchess. Meghan, as long as she doesn't faint on my channel. Vinnie Blair says, I think Prince Harry or one of the grandchildren will show Her Majesty your Dancing Queen video. I'm sure she will love it. Some staff members will see it. I hope they do. And maybe she'll have Dancing Queen played. Some people were saying maybe she had Dancing Queen played because she loves ABBA. I don't think that's the case. I think I saw a reference in the news this week saying that our previous hottest summer ever, because we're currently going through one of our hottest summer spells ever. The previous one, I think, was 1976 or something like that. And apparently ABBA was in the charts and being played at that time. So I think it was more of a reference to the hot weather, the fact that we were having a really hot weather, that they had Dancing Queen played outside the palace. But it was really fun to see a Dancing Queen to Dancing Queen. I thought that was really good. Rachel Quarrel says, I don't think Jack will get a title, but it's up to the Queen. It is indeed, but also I suppose we need to remember that it's also up to them what they are comfortable and what they're happy with. Maybe Jack just doesn't mind, but it certainly won't affect Eugenie's standing and title if he doesn't get one. She'll have to drop the of York, but she will still be Her Royal Highness Princess Eugenie, or the Princess Eugenie, actually. Sweet Serenity says, looking forward to the wedding, keeping fingers crossed, wishing you the best. And Jojo says, hi, Elliot, and hello to you. Oh, by the way, how can I forget? I've actually got some things to open this week. Again, look at my haul. Wow, look at that. Okay, I am going to get to opening some soon, but I think I'm probably going to start with the big box. In fact, how many have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the box. So that's 7 things to open. Wow. My post box has never stopped flapping. It's been flapping more than my fake news fan flap. Wow. So I'm going to start with the big box. Shall we start with the big box first? Let me know. Let me know your preference. Ain't That says, does anyone know how to get YouTube to display the smallest screen? I haven't got a clue. Maybe you could tweet them. They do actually respond quite a lot on Twitter. MSMB 2012 says, hi, Elliot. Hello to you. Texon says, where are you heading out to in California? I don't know if that was in reference to me, but I'm not. Oh, well, I'm thinking of going to LA, maybe, if that's what you're referring to. Lisa L. Grumman says, a delight that at 2 p.m. California time has hit so I can hear you. Well, hello to everyone at 2 p.m. California time in California. James Medford says, actually, Princess Eugenie should be made a countess in her own right, and her husband could be a lord. doesn't quite work that way, but I agree. I would love to see her to be made a countess, kind of a little bit like Princess Margaret. So yes, I would like that, but don't forget titles in this country. I think I've gone a bit blurry. Hang on, let me see if I can pop off screen and then pop back on screen, and I might not be blurry. There you go. I've learned a trick. It would be very similar to kind of, we still have the system where the wife takes on the male title. So the title would have to be given to Jack for Eugenie to be a countess. But I see what you mean. It would be good in the age of equality to make Eugenie a countess in her own right. Sweet Trinity is dancing to the fake news fan flap. Clara Muller, I think that's pronounced, says, I love your accent. Well, thank you so much. Bojang says, let us know when Meghan is pregnant. Of course I will, but there's going to be speculation every single week about her being pregnant, but she's not yet that we know of. Martin says, Princess Eugenie is doing fantastic work. I think she is too. And of course, Sarah Ferguson this week being very proud, a very proud mom. So do go and check out her tweets because they are quite good. In fact, I may make a video on that very soon. Cornwall 59 says, slim royal family down. I mean, I think, you can kind of say slim them down, but of course, with the different royal births and, the amount of children the Queen has and the amount of children now that Catherine has got with 3, maybe 4 on the way, who knows, Meghan and Harry having a child whenever they do have one. The family is going to keep growing and people are going to want to see more of the family, I think, do a bit more work. And I know people, generally speaking on this chat, really want Princess Beatrice and Eugenie to do a little bit more formally. And of course they are doing work. I think they're stepping a little bit more into the fold, so to speak, with regards to royal engagements. But it is voluntary. They aren't receiving anything in return for it. But one day, perhaps, when the older generation, of course, we've seen the Duke of Kent and Princess Alexandra out this week, but when they stop doing royal work, royal engagements on behalf of the Queen, there's going to be a bit of a drop, and those are the royals that people don't really see a lot of in the media, but of course they are quietly doing their work all the time, and they carry out hundreds of engagements each year. And of course, when they stop doing them, there's going to be quite a lot of slack that needs to be taken up. And I think Princess Eugenie and Beatrice will actually be needed. And I think Charles will one day realise that. And, I think this is the beginning of them realising that they will actually fulfil a really important function in the royal family. Otherwise, certain charities, once, Harry, Meghan and Catherine and William are at full capacity, other charities will miss out unless they take Beatrice and Eugenie in as a working royal, which I think will happen one day. Their time will come, mark my words. Deborah Fraser says, hi everyone, hope you all had a fantastic week. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex made my day in the post. Yes, folks, they acknowledged receiving my letter and a gift with a beautiful picture of them. How lovely. It's always nice to receive royal mail, and in fact, I've sent off royal mail myself on numerous occasions. It's always really an amazing feeling when you get that letter through the door. So if you do have a favourite royal, if you want to congratulate them or just say hello or tell them something, do go ahead and do it, because it really is rewarding when that letter drops through the post. And generally they do reply to pretty much all the mail that's sent. So just go ahead and do it. It really is worthwhile. HA London says, the information that you gave before has come from the Harry and Meghan YouTube channel. It's an unofficial channel. It's not the real channel. It's just made by someone who wants to get views on YouTube to perhaps make a little bit of money. Do not believe anything some of these channels say, because they will just say anything to get views. And there are more and more and more. There's an increasing number of channels talking about the royals because they've twigged that the royals get views. And there are some channels that have even ditched all of their previous videos on other things just to focus on the royals. But the quality of their news reporting and what they put out there is rather questionable. In fact, I'm going to give some of these channels a big fake news fan flap, because they don't really care what news they put out there as long as it gets the views. I have no problem on this channel saying sometimes, or most of the time, we don't know what's true. We don't know anything really unless something is actually confirmed. Sometimes it's really fun to speculate on things, and sometimes it is fun. Sometimes I'll have fun speculating, but I'll always say when it's speculation, I will never present a speculation or a rumor as fact. But these channels don't have as much scruples as me, and they will just put anything out there. So please, if you're subscribed to these channels, I personally would really reconsider that subscription, because there's no guarantee that you are going to get real, true news. And at least, on my channel, on Royal Reviewer channel, I always endeavour to make sure that everything is true and as accurate as I possibly can. So there's my warning. Beware what you're subscribed to. First Mrs. R says, but Prince Philip was at Harry and Meghan's wedding, and Sarah, Duchess of York, was there in the sightline of the royals. Exactly. So that just goes to show, doesn't it, that some of these rumours that are going around are just there to get views. Take no notice of them, please, because it's just a load of fake news. I know that's the buzzword going around right now. It's everywhere, but beware of fake news. Hello to Kathy Solomons and Ruth James. Vinny Blair says, I think it's ridiculous for Brooksbanks to get a title. He will be a private citizen not doing any royal work. Well, there is another argument, but I'm sure they will work it out, and we will know when they want us to know. Cornwall 59 says Meghan should talk to her dad. Again, that's a private matter. We do not know from Meghan's side of the story what's going on. We only know snippets from perhaps what's been leaked or perhaps what's been made up. But again, we don't know until something concrete falls our way. The first Mrs. R says, I think the palace is putting pressure on the press, not the Markles. The Markles keep playing the I'm an American and have freedom of speech card, which of course they do. They are American, they're not a British citizen, and they do have freedom of speech, just like we do in our country. So it would make sense. I think you're possibly right to try and kind of shame the media into not reporting on it. But, that kind of works with our own media, because, the royals kind of do a little bit of a bargain with them sometimes. You do this for us and we'll do this for you. There's a bit of a trade-off, but it doesn't work quite so well with the foreign press. So American press, especially with the invention of the internet as well, and things spreading and going viral really quickly, it's a tricky situation, which is why my preference would have been to take the Markles in and deal with them privately, but I don't think it's going that way. So again, we'll have to watch the space. Sue Miller says, loads of fake news this week. They allege virtually everyone in the royal family is pregnant. They do indeed. The only one not mentioned is the Queen, and I'm sure they'd go there too if they thought they could. Rachel Quarrell says, I understand that the Queen has got someone in to train Meghan on how to be royal. One of her ladies in waiting, I think, was being borrowed by Meghan. Not necessarily to train her, but maybe just give a little bit of a guiding hand. Okay, you could say train. I think more of a guiding hand is a bit more of the word, but certainly a little bit of information. I mean, Meghan's used to this on acting jobs. If you're, sort of character acting, sometimes you have to go on courses, learn how to do things to play a character. So Meghan's used to learning how to do a role, but I still think she will try and do it in her own way. And I hope she doesn't lose any of her personality in the process of learning how to fulfill the role. David Penner says, did the Queen give a new house to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Well, I made a video on this, and it's the video with the black and white picture of Harry and Meghan with all the question marks on, because there's, again, so much fake news going around. To cut a long story short, please go and watch the video, but the essence is no one knows. There has been about 5 properties bandied around, including that they're building one of their own that's going to be their future home. So we don't know. The latest one that's been speculated is Adelaide Cottage, which I think is what you're referring to. Now, this cottage is in, it's very, very close to Windsor Castle, and it is in the Queen's gift to give, and I'm sure it would make a lovely, suitable home. But when you put that in the context of also York Cottage at Sandringham has been mooted as a property, then there is the fact that they could be building a house in the Cotswolds. So there's 3 properties. Then there was rumours that they were booting out the current occupants of apartment 1, of course the one at Kensington Palace, which is next to William and Catherine. Again, we don't know if that's true. I think that's fake news, because I think they were just having a refurb on the roof, and I don't think anybody would vacate their house for Harry and Meghan. I just don't think they would. I think what's more likely is that they'll stay at Nottingham Cottage until the extension under the orangery at Kensington Palace has been built, which then will move out all the offices that are currently in Diana's old apartments into the basement extension under the orangery, which will free up Diana's old apartments 8 and 9 for Harry and Meghan in due course. Now this may take up to 3 years, but Nottingham Cottage would be okay in that interim period as a London base. As for their country property, again, this is where we don't know. It could be York Cottage, it could be Adelaide Cottage, it could be a new build, it could be a completely different property altogether, or they could purchase one of their own with their own money, with their own private funds. We literally don't know, and that's what that video is about. So do go and watch that video. I explain in a lot more depth. Please leave your comments on that video about which property you would like to see them in, what you think is going to happen. But the truth is, none of us know what is going to happen, and all these stories claiming that it's going to be Adelaide Cottage, they don't know that for sure. It might turn out to be that one, but nothing has been confirmed. We just don't know. It's speculation. The first Mrs. R says, Meghan looks very happy. Every new wife looks a little bit stressed as she acclimatizes, I should change that to her new family, even if the new in-laws aren't royal. I would agree, you know, adjustments need to be made, and of course this is a big adjustment for Meghan. Sarah says, the skip Prince Harry did as he and Meghan were leaving the polo match was so cute. He was beyond happy and at ease, and so was Meghan. It certainly showed contentment and happiness to me. Oh, by the way, people reminded me last week about my royal tea bags, which were a gift from the Amazon wish list, which is the link is in the description to that. And it's this. I received this from my wish list, which is royal tea bags. I'm hoping you can see. We have a picture of a young queen and a slightly older queen. And when I opened it, it looks a little bit like this with fresh tea bags. So I have made my drink this week from the royal tea bags. And I'm going to try that now because I can feel my throat going a little bit dry. So I'm going to try in my London cup. I'm hoping, if you haven't seen this before, it's my London cup with all different London landmarks. There's Buckingham Palace right there, St Paul's, a post box, money, London Eye. All the landmarks are there, and it keeps my drink really, really hot. So, in fact, I'll show you how hot it is because I made this ages ago and it's still steaming. So here is the tea with the tea bag. And I have added a little bit of milk this week. So I normally drink my drink black, but I wanted to try this as a tea bag like I would normally. So let's try it. Okay, that's really nice. I like it. It has a subtle taste, but it's very, what's the word? It's a little bit sweet, actually. I really like it. It's a really nice tea. Oh, I can see a super chat comment. Let's have a look. Someone's donated $1.99. Oh no, hang on a minute. It's me trying to send a super chat to myself because I hit the wrong button, which is a bit crazy. Okay. I think I've lost where I am in the chat. So let's go all the way back up. I don't know what happened. I think I'd clicked a button all the way down. Let's go. Right. Okay, I think I've got you all. So Sue Miller says, hope that you have the Bishop Ball saga on your list. Okay, Prince Charles this week has been, let's talk about it. Let's get it out in the open. Prince Charles this week has been in the media for his former relationship, shall we say, friendship with Bishop Ball, who was found guilty of child crimes. I'm not going to say what they are or anything like that because this is, I kind of think of my channel as being, if it was like a movie, my channel would be rated a U. So I'm not going to go into the sorts of crimes, but let's just say they were heinous crimes. They were, the lowest of the low crimes that you can do to younger people. And he was found guilty. And this Prince Charles was required or asked to give evidence in court, which he did in the form of a letter about the relationship and kind of explaining that, basically, in a nutshell, that he didn't know what was going on at the time, and that the bishop kind of manipulated him and fooled him too, which I can believe that to be true. So I think it was really, really good that Prince Charles stepped in and helped with the inquiry. I think that was a really good and decent thing to do. And I think he did tell the truth. And of course, we're referring to a period in the 90s when things were going on in Prince Charles's personal life. In the 90s, we all remember the War of the Waleses. Bishop Ball at the time, before the conviction, I might add, was getting a lot of, I think, bad press. So maybe Charles kind of sought some kind of affinity with him because of the time that's going on. The whole Diana thing in the 90s. It's all quite crazy, especially with it being very historic. But, the shorthand is Bishop Ball was found guilty. He was convicted. He served his sentence. And this is an inquiry to find out, I suppose, a little bit more. And I made a video on that, which is how the British media is reporting it. So do go and watch that video because it explains it perhaps a little bit better than what I have. And it is quite a saga. I think it will die down. I think Charles was manipulated, but it did raise questions about his own judgment. So maybe some people will be talking about his own judgment. Why did he not realize that perhaps there was something dodgy about this man? But the only thing I can think of is that sometimes these monsters, if we can refer to them as that, these monsters are very manipulative, and they don't select who they're manipulative technically to. They have a manipulative nature, and Charles was suckered in. And it must be quite embarrassing for him to have been found to be duped by this bishop. So do go and watch the video, and it is about how the British media is reporting on it. And of course, leave your comments here in this video and I will read them out. Or if you're watching this on catch up, please leave your comments there about what you're making of it, because like I say, it is fairly new, and all we know really is that Prince Charles has given this evidence. And I suppose that has to be accepted by the court. It was accepted. It certainly wasn't rejected. And I don't think Charles will have any more involvement in this case. I think he's probably done his bit. He supplied his evidence, and I'm really glad and pleased that he stepped up and did that, because I think what he put in the letter is true and honest and accurate. So, do go watch that video and let me know what you think. Sharon Nichols says, Meghan looks up adoringly at Harry every time she looks at him. You can see the love on both of their faces. You most certainly can, and I certainly think she looks happy and content. Beverly Nichols says, do you mean that when Charles becomes king, he will not be known as King Charles? He could be known as King Charles, or he could choose George VII and be known as King George VII. Arnold Sanders says, which tabloid wrote the story Meghan will be murdered like Diana? I don't know. I've not heard it. But again, that seems like just an article trying to fish for views and fish for readers. Vianua says, I think I've said that correctly, says, hey Elliot, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you. I need to start watching The Crown. I love Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan and their hot kisses yesterday. I am sure her half-sister was going crazy. I'm sure she was. And I'm sure she wished she was having a game of polo. How different it all could have been if they just kept their mouths zipped. Maybe she could have been there. Like, go figure. Jamie says, thank God for 4G. Jamie's with us, our resident moderator, so please behave. HJ London says, I must defend Meghan. I think she has done very well in her new role of Duchess in a short amount of time. she's had to deal with so many expectations and possible exploitations too. Michael Welch II says, long live the monarchy. I agree. Thomas Boyd says, hello, love the royal family. Thank you. Let's have a look. Texan says, I like the way Camilla relates to people. She'll make a great queen one day. I have to agree there. I think she's very stoic. I think she's Charles's rock, very much in the same kind of model as Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, in fact, which maybe explains a little bit of the attraction, because, of course, we know that Charles adored his grandmother. Vinny Blair says, how can anyone say Meghan should talk to her dad when they have no idea of the true history of their relationship? Valid point. I think people are out of line. As Prince Harry said, they think they know us. And I would agree with that entirely. I think that's a really good comment to make. David Soriano Garcia says, if the Earl of Wessex becomes Duke of Edinburgh, would James and Louis become princes and princesses? Well, they already technically are princes and princesses. It depends whether or not Sophie and Edward wish them to take on the titles of which they were technically born to have. Of course, let's not forget that when they are older themselves, they could choose to take on those titles if they wanted to, because of course that is their birthright. So no, it's not automatic when Edward becomes the Duke of Edinburgh. It's not automatic that they will be raised to princes and princesses. That would have to be parental decision until the children are old enough to make their own minds up. Flofin Kaiser says, hi Elliot. Yes, it's good not to get involved with royal gossip, but factually it has to be said that no comment from the palace speaks volumes. You are not a naive reporter, but royal commentary is okay. Not necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily agree that silence says nothing, because they have strict rules about the sorts of things that they do speak about and don't speak about. Now, those rules were slightly bended, a little bit by Harry himself, actually, when in the early days, if you remember, of Meghan and Harry's relationship, he spoke out. He released a press release, basically telling the press to back off, and he was protecting Meghan. Now, that was a little bit out of protocol. So we know that the rules of the protocol have been bended slightly in recent terms, but usually the royals keep their lips zipped over certain things, and that pretty involves really private things, and that includes interactions and relationships between other family members and extended family members. So I don't think it speaks volumes. In other words, if they say nothing, it means that the rumours are true. The palace has never operated in that way. It's just a staunch silence. It just means that they don't want to speak about it. It doesn't mean that a rumour is true or a rumour is false. It just means that's their line and they're not about to cross it. So I think we'll leave that at that one. But yes, I agree. Speculation, commentary is okay, as long as you know what the true facts are from the fake news or from the speculation. Is Beatrice pregnant, says Cornwall 59. I don't think so. I don't think she is. If you've heard that as a rumour, I would call it fake news. James Med4 says, didn't the Queen and Duke call Prince William the day before the christening? Leads me to think one or both is under the weather. The Queen goes to most family events. We were told to, well, the palace, I think, did issue a statement to the media, because one media reporter tweeted that something had been sent to them, saying that the reason why they hadn't attended is because the Queen had been very busy on the run up to the christening. In fact, I think that was the whole really, really busy 2-week period. And she got a really busy engagement after the christening. So she was taking a rest. And I think it's one of those occasions where she put duty before family. I know some of you are going to, gasp at that or agree or not disagree. But she did, I think, on this occasion, put duty before family. China Michelle says, Wendy Williams is just a jealous woman. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to leave the Wendy Williams comments. Texan says, what has been the hottest summer temperature in the UK? Oh, don't ask me temperatures. I really don't know. But I know that this summer we've pretty much nearly got there. and the previous hottest summer, I think, was 1976. Oh no, but there was a previous hot day, I think, in 2003, if I remember correctly. Rachel Quarrell says, just watched the Dancing Queen video and loved it. It is a rather good one. Do go watch. Dawn, Lady Buckingham is here, who says, hi, is the chat going? It's going rather well, I think. We have 242 people watching, and if you are one of those people, please give this video a really big thumbs up. Beverly Nichols says, some people in the US are giving Meghan and Harry's marriage 3 years, which is awful to say that. They feel that Meghan will feel the restrictions too much, and once 3 years is up, she will be gone. I have to say, people are entitled to their opinions, but I don't believe that's true. I think she's definitely going to be a stayer, because of course this, royal role, and of course being married to Harry brings everything together. She's got, the love interest of her life, but she's also got a job which enables her to mix her humanitarian and her charitable works with a duty, with an actual role. So it's a job that enables her to still be on the stage, so to speak, on kind of center stage, still getting dressed up, still performing a role, still in a way kind of acting slightly, but also being able to do the charitable works, which has always been the other side of her sort of personality and what she does in her working life. She's always had her sort of media work, and then she's always gone off and done something charitable in Africa or whatever. So I think this role brings everything together. I think you couldn't get a more perfect role for Meghan if she tried, and I don't think she did try to get this. I think it's something that just fell naturally into her lap, but in this whole package, she's got love interest, she's got job, she's got charitable work, she's got a purpose. It's everything, and I think she will do a really good job at it, and I think there's no reason why she wouldn't stay. I think it's just fake news if people are saying anything different. Miriam says, hi Elliot, how long do you preview Mrs. Markle now? Prince is going to keep the... Oh, I think that it will just go on and on and on. Sweet Serenity says, wow, nice unboxing, we love you. Jamie says, the postman is now convinced you have a shopping addiction. I think he might do. Let's have a look. In fact, shall we open the big box that I was on about? Let's do it. Maren Gritson says, what do you think about people hating Meghan and Camilla? Haters gonna hate, as they say. Of course, Camilla is always going to have, a slight issue with a certain selection of royal fans because of, what happened previously in the past. But Meghan, I don't really see why people are hating on Meghan, to be quite honest. Let's have a look. James Harold says, will we be seeing any ankle in this episode? Ankle, there you go. A little bit of ankle. You asked for it. You asked for the ankle. Don't ask for it and then don't expect to get it. Let's have a look. Rosie Chocolate says, Meghan has a lot to learn. There we go. Jamie was talking to a minister in Dublin today and said there's another royal visit to Ireland planned in the near future. Ooh, do tell. Who may it be? Did you get any gossip? Oh, Jamie says he didn't say which royal. Well, again, we'll have to... Well, it won't be Harry and Meghan again, I don't think. Perhaps a royal that's not been for a while. Sue Miller says, more news about Princess Alexandra and other royals busy doing their engagements too. You loved the video. I will try and bring you more videos on, the Queen's cousins and royals that you don't see very often, because I like those videos too. They're some of my favourite ones. Let's have a look. Sweet Serenity says, thank you, and you do appreciate my channel and all the efforts. Well, thank you so much. It really helps when people leave a comment and they say that they enjoy the videos, because it inspires me to keep making more videos, and also it shows me which sorts of videos you like the most of. The First Mrs. R says, a historical comment about the Townsend incident. Aside from being divorced, didn't it make anyone feel icky that he and Margaret were likely involved when she was still a teen and he was in his 30s? I don't think anything inappropriate happened, but of course we are talking about very, very different times when females and males did enter into relationships a lot earlier, and marriage was a lot earlier, and childbirth was actually quite early. I mean, we in today's world, women in particular are having careers, or sort of half careers, before they now enter enter into marriage or have children. But back then, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, it was very, very different. So perhaps looking back in our context today, it does seem a little odd, but maybe it wasn't so back then. If you put yourself back in the mindset of how the people were back then, in a historical context. Jamie says, I've had many correspondence back from the ladies in waiting. I now address the letter to them. Good point, because then they will be able to answer. Okay, I'm going to do an unboxing. And I'm going to start with the big one. So, let's hike it up. Now, I've pre-opened, but I haven't peeked. So it's going to be a big surprise. So this is from the Amazon wish list. So let's open some flaps. The link is in the description of this video if you want to check it. Okay, I can't wait. You have to hold it here. Okay, it's like having a baby. Right, time to birth my baby. Oh, what's this? Okay, I see paper. Oh, okay. Oh, there's the umbilical cord. Oh, right. Oh, okay. What is it? I think I know what it is. It's a hamper. It's the food hamper. Oh my goodness, look. Hamper.com. This is one of the food hampers that I had on my wish list. Now, it's either the Balmoral hamper or the tea time hamper. Now, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm not going to open this now, because I always thought that if I get one of the hampers, that I will probably do, well, it's worthy of its own separate video. So what I'll probably do is make a video unboxing this and showing what the products are inside, because to be honest, I don't know. I can't remember what products are in here. So it will be a real surprise to see what products are actually in here. And of course, I don't know whether it's the Balmoral one or the Royal Tea Time one. So I will open this in its own special video, and then I will make another video actually tasting and reviewing the products. So this will be a video of its own. So I'm going to pop this back down. So sorry to disappoint, but I'm going to wait a little bit for that one. So let's open something else in the meantime. Let's do the other box and see what's inside. So thank you so much for whoever got me that, because I can't see. Hang on. Oh, hang on, let's have a look. I thought that there was no note, but just there was a note. So let's check the note. It's always good to check the note. So it says, a gift note from Hot Dog Hill Sanctuary. Okay. It says, enjoy your gift. Hope you can celebrate the Queen and her family in Balmoral. Okay, well, there's a clue. I think it's a Balmoral hamper. And it says, your weekly chat is so fun and informative, from Pam G. It's from Pam. Thank you so much, Pam. I nearly didn't see the note, but thank you so much. And I am going to make a few videos with the hamper, so do stay tuned, because I think it's going to be an amazing couple of videos. So thank you so much to Pam. Your contribution, your support really means the world to me and all the other viewers, because everyone else will get to see what's in the box too. Let's do another opening. Okay. Oh, it's a bag. It's a gift bag and a gift note. So let's read the card first. I always like to read the cards. Okay. It says, a gift note from Sharon Nichols. Thank you so much, Sharon, who says, enjoy becoming a laird. The flag and bow tie are from me as well. It wouldn't let me add a card for them, from Sharon Nichols. Okay, well, I think I've just given away what some of the other things might have been. But, and I think I know what this is, because you said, enjoy becoming a laird. There's the clue. Because on my Amazon wish list, there was a little thing, and I have no idea how it works, but it was how to get a royal Scottish title, or rather just an aristocratic title in Scotland. And one of them was how to become a laird, which is a little bit like a lord, but in Scotland. It's a Scottish version of a lord. So let's have a look. I've opened the bow. Oh, okay. I can see a sporran. That way around. Okay, it's a sporran, and it says, become a laird or a lady. Gift box. No more plain Mr. or Mrs. And there you go. You can have a look at that. It's in a tin. And it says, okay, I have no idea how this works, by the way. Okay, oh, that's handy. It says, look, how it works. How it works. Inside your gift box is everything you need to become a laird or a lady of Dunans. Dunans, D-U-N-A-N-S. If you're Scottish, please let me know how you pronounce that. You decide, register your gift online or by post. Learn all about Dunans Castle, or Dunans Castle, and the estate and the restoration project. So I take it that the money raised from this is going to fund a restoration project on Dunans Castle or Dunans Castle. Upon registration, you will receive a proof of title card, a certificate confirming your land ownership, and further laird or lady details. I'm going to be a laird. Oh my goodness. So after registration, what can I do? I don't know. Will I be able to apply it to my passport, for example? I don't know. Okay, it does say disclaimer. This is a novelty gift item and must be regarded as such. Once registered, the recipient of this gift will own 1 square foot of actual land in the grounds of Dunans Castle, Argyll in Scotland. It is for this reason that they will become a laird or a lady of Dunans. Although they will be the listed owner of this land by Dunans Castle Limited, they may not live on the land. Well, I doubt I'd fit. Make any improvements to or develop their token plot, and the deeds cannot be sold by the owner for profit. The owner shall not receive any income or derive any other financial benefits whatsoever from the land. And under no circumstance does the gift entitle the recipient to use the English aristocratic titles of Lord or Lady. The complimentary Dunans tour is valid for 2 adults and must be booked. It gives me a tour as well. So I can only use the title Laird. Obviously, I can't use Lady, but I can be a Laird. So I look forward to becoming a Laird. No more plain old Mister. I will be a Laird. And I will make a separate video of me doing this. So thank you so much to Sharon Nichols for that. And I'm going to jump a little bit in the chat all the way down because I want to see what people are saying about all these gifts. So let's go up a little bit. Let's have a look. People saying please hit the thumbs up. By the way, if I've missed one of your comments by scrolling down and it was really important, please do retype it. 61 MB says, I love the positive vibes from Harry and Meghan. I do too. Daziga Debita says, we should be able to thumbs up comments. The shopping addiction comment was hilarious. I probably do have a shopping addiction comment. Cindy says, oh my God, the ankle was hilarious. Sweet Trinity says, woohoo, ankle. Rosie Shaplet says, ooh, ankle and the leg. Any socks with flares? Always wear socks, even in the heat. Jojo's laughing. Betsy says, nice trousers. Well, they are kind of Scottish themed. They are a bit tartan, actually. David Penn says, okay, we're not talking about Trump. We're definitely not talking about Trump. I'm skipping Trump comments. Janet Fox says, I just checked in and caught Elliot with his leg in the air. What is going on? What have I missed? Well, I was asked if I was going to show any ankle this week, so I did. There you go. Sheila says, manipulative people can be conniving and know how to play you, especially when they are in positions that give them authority. These people like to be friends with influential people for cover. I couldn't have said it better myself. I think you've hit the nail on the head. Laurie Beaufort says, hi everyone from Michigan. Sorry for Trump wasn't my vote. We're having a Trump-free week this week. I'm not falling on one side or the other, but we are definitely having a Trump-free week because he just seems to polarize people. Some people either really love him or really hate him. And to be honest, I'm done with it all. No more Trump this week. Maybe next time we'll have Trump. Let's have a look. Deborah Fraser says, Meghan stated, I am not a woman who lunches, but a lady who works. Meghan will be just fantastic in whatever interest she focuses on. I quite agree. Keontae Kent, hello to you, says, I'm asking the Royal Reviewer family to pray for Bishop Curry, who preached at Harry and Meghan's wedding. He's been diagnosed with prostate cancer. He is optimistic about prognosis following. Yes, I had heard the news that Bishop Curry is suffering from a diagnosis of cancer, prostate cancer. And my heart, and I'm sure everyone else's heart, goes out to him and his family. And I just really hope that it is true that he has a really good prognosis and he makes a really speedy, or as speedy as you can, recovery from this illness. So our thoughts and prayers go out to Bishop Curry, but I'm sure he doesn't need our hopes and prayers because he's got a direct line to God. So there you go. I'm sure everything will be fine, but let's all send him our best wishes. And if you want to leave a message of support, then please do so. When this video goes live, please leave a message of support on the video, because who knows, he may read them. I don't know. Sharon Hill Walker has found someone else from Philly. China Michelle is laughing at the umbilical cord. Well, it did look like a baby with an umbilical cord. Betsy, Lillian Rose, everyone's saying lovely, nice gift. RJL says, nice video. I subscribed. Can you subscribe to me as well? I don't know what your channel's about. What is your channel about? Janet Fox says it's Christmas in July, and I've still got more stuff to go as well. I'm just having a little pause. Oh, by the way, I have been saving these bags because I think they make ideal gift bags for Christmas. So I've now got quite a few of them. So I'm going to be, this is what I'll be gifting a lot of my presents in because they're really good quality bags. I don't like waste, so I do actually save them. Taziga Debita says, very excited for the hamper video. Susan Sack says, there's a nice gift, can't wait to see. Dr. C. Osby says, I surely wish you would have shown us what you got. That website is amazing. Well, the reason why I haven't showed the hamper is because I think that is at least 2 videos worth of material. And the thing is, I think I need to do it justice. Because if I opened it now and just quickly took a little bit of a bite or a taste of everything, I don't think I would do it justice. So I'm going to give it its own, well, I'm going to give it 2 videos. So it will get its own 2 videos and it will extend the enjoyment for you guys a lot more because you'll get more time with the gift. So I know it's probably a bit frustrating that I haven't opened it now, but I will do, and it will be so much better for waiting. So do keep looking back. Maybe this week, maybe next week, I will do the video of the hamper. So do stay tuned. I will definitely do it. Sharon says, oh my, regarding Bishop Curry, I'm hoping you'll be all right. And I think, that sentiment echoes everybody. Laurie Beaufort says, nice gift from Pam. It was indeed. Lots of people saying, giving really nice comments to Pam. Rhonda says, have we discussed the subject of Prince Charles and the disgraced minister? Yes, we have. So I'm going to move on from that. I have made a video about it. Well, I showed a video of what the British media are saying about it. So do go and check that one out. Sheila Campbell says, oh, Prince William, or the Prince of Wales, could have been duped because at the time so much fake news and exaggeration were pandered about him. There you go. And you can see how you would want to give the bishop the benefit of the doubt. There you go. Mrs. VSNCO9 says, awesome gift, can't wait to see the hamper video. In the US, a hamper is what you put dirty clothes in. A food hamper is a bit like a hamper in the UK is like a picnic hamper. It's made of like a straw type material, and it's like a solid box. Is it like a big box? Google British food hamper, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Jamie's provided the link to the wish list, and I have added a few more items on there. Every item on there can be something that can be used for the channel to help the channel. So do go and take a look if you want to support the channel. But Princess says, please give us a video of becoming a laird. I can't wait. that's why I see what I mean. Everything on the wish list I chose because I know that I could make either a video of it or use it as equipment or use it as a backdrop. So this will make an amazing video, and you can address me as the Laird. The Laird of Shropshire. No, I won't be the Laird of Shropshire. I'll be the Laird of whatever this entitles me to be, which I'm sure I will find out in due course. Dawn says, but you have to pay taxes in Scotland now. No, I don't. Or I might try and rent out my land. No, you can't rent out your land. Rhonda Malone Blair says, a very nice gift. Scott Goff says, I'd say Dunnans. Dunnans. It was the home of the Fletcher clan until 1745. Well, I'm glad you're on here, Scott Goff. So it's Dunnans. 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 There you go. I think I've said it. There you go. Lillian Rose says, the Duke of Shropshire, known as the Laird of Dunnans in Scotland. I think that's really good. I like it. That's definitely going to make me smile if that works, I have to say. Can I change it on my passport and bank card? Okay. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, because Book Princess said, can you give the name of the PO box address? I will put the link in this video. I know I said I would do it last week. I didn't, but I definitely will do this time. But next week, and I'll tell you again at the end of the chat, but next week, I'm going to have to cancel the Talk of the Crown show because it's my birthday weekend. So I'll be going out quite a bit. So it's my birthday on August the 4th, which is a very royal birthday because it's Meghan's birthday as well. And it's the late Queen Mother's birthday. So there'll be no live chat next week, but I will be back on Saturday the 11th, which is the week after. So I'm really sorry, but it's my birthday weekend, so I will not be doing a live chat, but I will be back on the 11th. Jamie says, is the land in the box? No, I hope it's not. Does Eager to Be says, it's unfair, you get no income from your lairdship. I think it is too. I think I should definitely get some income from my lairdship. Kathy Solomon says, looking forward to the videos. Dee says, I'm trying to order something for you from your Amazon wish list, but it's picking up my US address. What is your mailing address? With the Amazon wish list, I think as soon as payment's been authorized, it should just send it to me. So I don't know why it's showing your address. Maybe it's just like a default address, but it's definitely it should just send to me. I'm not sure why it wouldn't, but I will put the PO box address in the link of this video if you would prefer to send to that. MSNB 2012 says, amen to the Trump-free week. Mrs. BSN09 says, thank you. This is a non-US political channel. Royal family, please. Of course, I spoke about Trump in the week he met the Queen because he met the Queen. So therefore, I think it qualifies. But certainly no more Trump this week. Trump-free week. Texan says, I get the impression, Elliot, that you try to see a good side in everybody. I try. It always doesn't hurt to try. DD is from the Philly suburbs. I will put the mailing address in the description of this chat. It's not there now, but I will put it in. Book Princess says, let's come together next Saturday. It's my birthday and have a nice cup of tea. I won't be here, but we can have a belated birthday on the 11th. Barbara says, could you link the website for the Laird or Lady where the video goes on YouTube? Yes, when I make the video, I will put the link in as to where you can buy this, but it is on Amazon. I'm sure if you just type on Amazon, become a Laird or Lady gift box, it will come up. I'm pretty much positive. Oh, Green Queenie says, Dee, if you open a UK Amazon account, you won't have that problem. So there you go. Just open a UK account. I think that will solve the problem. James Med4 says, the picture of Prince Charles holding Prince George with William was so touching. Would love to see him holding Charlotte and Louis. Maybe one day that will come. And I'm going to have another little sip of my tea. Because why not? Okay, it's always nice when I have a little drink of my tea. And it's still really, really hot. Can you believe it? Susan says you're a very good recycler with reference to keeping the bags. Texan says, yes, I have a positive attitude and can tell I don't like saying bad or negative things about people. It's never nice. I always believe that, you know, you get what you put out into the world, and if you give off negative vibes, that's all you're going to get back. So it's always good as a starting point to try and put out positive vibes. Vinny Blair says, off topic, I don't mind, but is it true packaging, especially plastic, should be recycled when applicable, save the landfills and save the planet? And yes, I believe that you should recycle wherever you can, whether you believe in climate change or not. It still doesn't detract from the fact that it's good not to be wasteful. It's good not to take as many resources as we need to, you know, from the planet. So whether you believe in climate change or not, I know some people don't do recycling and try and save energy because they don't believe in climate change, but that's not the point. The point is you shouldn't be wasting things anyway. So regardless of whether you believe in climate change, don't be wasteful. Save resources. Just do it so that you've got a nicer environment to live in. Surely that is reason enough. Sweet Serenity is off. You can catch up live. You can catch up on the live chat later. Let's have a look. Jamie says, "Where's the Queen? She promised me she'd wear dark floral green. I don't know. We haven't seen much of it this week." Susan Satt says, "Elliot is the best." Thank you. Lots of people praying for Bishop Curry. Anne Holloway says, Jamie, sorry I put HR. I humbly apologise. Now will you help us have a tea party? Tea party on the 11th, okay? MSNB 2012 says, I really appreciate your coverage of British media. It's so interesting to see. Gerald says, I sent a gift to me through UK Amazon by adding the postcode as a secondary postcode. There you go, another little tip if you're buying from overseas. First Mrs. R says, we call them picnic baskets here in the US. Well, there you go. Jaziga says, we call picnic hampers picnic baskets. It's the same thing. MSMB 2012 is saying the Laird of Shropshire. I love it. Well, I won't be the Laird of Shropshire. It'll be the Laird of Dunnans. But there we go. Or rather, a Laird of Dunnans. Jamie is laughing, as in Hyacinth Bouquet. The Laird of the House speaking. Andrew Mafia says, hey, do you believe in the future there are gay couples? They are not royal family, but when their wedding got super, do you mean will there be a gay royal? It could happen. I mean, I suppose the next chance that could ever happen is maybe James Viscount Seven, and I am not casting aspersions here, let's just say. But, you know, let's just say in the future that there is a gay prince who marries another man. They would have to work something out with the titles, because I don't think in this day and age it would be acceptable to, you know, make somebody not have the same as their counterpart would be if the counterpart were female. And I think that works the same way, you know, if you've got a female, a little bit like Eugenie, who has a status and then marries a man. I think something should be worked out, but, you know, that's not for me to work out and to say, but, you know, eventually it could happen. And I think they should get in there first and decide what would happen in that eventuality. Should there be, you know, a gay prince who falls in love and wants to marry? Something should be put, you know, in writing about how that would be dealt with should that occurrence happen, even if it's, you know, 50, 60, 70 years in the future, or never at all. I think it should still be dealt with just in case. David Penn says, are there any Americans working in the palace? You heard that there is a lady in waiting who is an American. She was born in America. She's the one that was introduced to Trump on the royal visit. And I think she was born in America, but she's lived in Britain for ages and ages. But that's why she was introduced to Trump. MSLE 2012 says, I sent a gift from your Amazon in the US and it arrived just fine. It should just send. I mean, Amazon works out these things completely. Okay, lots of people saying happy early birthday. Rhonda says, sad for no live chat, but in advance, happy birthday. Loads of people saying happy birthday, so thank you so much for your happy birthdays. Jamie says, what am I doing for my 60th birthday? I may as well be 60. I'm already practically a grandma anyway, for those of you who know me. No, it's not. It's my 35th birthday. I will be 35 years young. So I'm probably just going out with, family for a meal, maybe go to the cinema, just low-key stuff. But yes, it will be my 35th birthday. 35 years young. And don't look a day over 18. Marilyn Blythe says, for Americans wanting to shop the wish list, click on the link in the videos, and if it defaults, to my address. Okay, so click on the link, it defaults to my address. More people saying happy birthday. Anne Holloway says that rained on the tea party. We'll do it on the 11th, okay? Okay. Sue Miller says, all these lovely gifts. You have the whiskers. Now you need the red hat. Led Santa. Maybe I'll be Santa for Christmas. More people say happy birthday. Matthew Howard says, you will be in good company because you are a Lord of Dunhams. Does it mean you can change your bank card and passport? Have you done that yet? And yes, I do have the same birthday weekend as Meghan. Lots more happy birthdays. Marilyn says, I will be in London for the first week of September and have purchased my ticket to tour Buckingham Palace. Can't wait to see the collection selected by Prince Charles. Yes, that seems a very Prince and the Patron collection. It's all paintings and art that Prince Charles has selected himself. So it's pretty much his baby. And it will be, like I said last week, I would like to see the portrait of the Queen Mother, which hangs currently in Clarence House, but it's been loaned to the exhibition at the Palace because Prince Charles said that that is the painting that he admires, that he likes to stand in front of and admire. So I would look forward to seeing that. Lillian Rose says, I think I might send the Duchess of Sussex a birthday card. Do that because you may get a reply. B. Walker says, hi all, just read the outfit Prince George donned in his 5th birthday photo is very similar to that of his father 33 years ago. Simply adore how Catherine continues to attempt to imitate yesteryear. And sometimes I think she's actually worn clothes that were William's that she's put on George. So yes, it is a trend that she does like to do. She does like to dress Prince George very similar to how William was dressed, or if not, indeed in the same clothes that Prince William wore, because the royal family do seem to keep pretty much everything. I think pretty much everything goes into archive. And I think it's a little touching tribute, a little nod to Diana, because even though, Diana is not able to do anything for George, from where she is, but the one thing I think that they can feel that like Diana has some involvement over is the choice of clothes, because obviously Diana chose William's clothes. So if they're now dressing George like William, it's a little bit like an involvement of Diana. It's a little bit like Diana is dressing George, or like the clothes that Diana selected for William are now being worn by George. So I think it's more of a little touching tribute to Diana. Let me know your thoughts on that. That is just my own speculation. In fact, I might even give myself a fake news fan flap because it might not be true. I'm going to have fake news fan flap myself. But I think that that's probably most likely. But it's a little touching tribute to Diana because that's some way of having her involved in their children's lives, and in particular Prince George and also Prince Louis, because obviously boys' clothes. Okay, let's have a look. Texon says, I love the Queen's beautiful dress colour choices. I don't like drab. That's one thing you certainly couldn't say about Princess Alexandra. She wore some amazing floral jackets that she's had, and she has recycled her hat. The hat she wore in the video I made, she just put the same fabric kind of like band around it, but it's a hat she's worn since I think the 70s. She just keeps on recycling. She is the queen of recycling. Jojo says, an early happy birthday to you, my laird. I think I could get used to being called a laird. Junice Shops says, hi Elliot, I enjoy your unbiased point of view on every story. Love your live chat, watching from Los Angeles, California. Well, thank you for watching, and hello to everyone in LA. Vianua says, Elliot, that kiss was very hot and beautiful between Duke Harry and Duchess Meghan, but she also kissed Nacho as well. But yes, it was an amazing kiss too. Jamie says, lots of laughter already calling James gay. Well, he's the next one that potentially could be. Let's just put it that way. Yes, he's the next one that there's a chance it could be. I'm not saying he is. That is not fake. That is not me bringing up fake news. Susan says, big thumbs up for the laird. Yes, I think Philip will go to Eugenie's wedding. More people saying happy birthday. Sharon Nichols says, your mother and father's birthdays are both August the 4th. It's a very popular birthday. First Mrs. R says a same-sex marriage could happen as soon as Princess Beatrice. One of the Queen's cousins just entered a same-sex marriage earlier this year. They did indeed. And who knows, Princess Beatrice. I'm not putting out any fake news there. Keontae Kent says, Elliot and Eugenie's husband will get a title. I might have more of a title than Eugenie's husband at this point. Jamie says, I think they might consider calling Camilla Her Royal Highness the Queen. No, it would be Her Majesty. It would have to be Her Majesty, not Her Royal Highness. Book Princess says, did any of us enjoy the video of Camilla and her ice cream? Yes, with Dame Judi Dench. And Camilla got into a bit of a predicament with an ice cream, with it all kind of dribbling down. And it looked very delicious on that very, very hot day at Osborne House, which was Queen Victoria and Albert's home that they built, which was kind of like their holiday escape. It was a house where they could be a family with their children, unrestricted, and just have fun. Some people were saying maybe that could be Harry and Meghan's new house. I don't think it will be. But it was certainly lovely to see Osborne House, and you know how open that property is to go and visit, because of course you can go and visit and see it. So if you are in the area, please do go and see it, because it looks like a really good visit. Cindy Munger says 35, a baby. Susan Sachs says you're a young one. The person who's asked says you do look very youthful for 35. Thank you. Only 5 years off 40. Oh, crikey. Barbara Eckenfeld says, go see Mamma Mia 2 for your birthday. It's fantastic with Cher. I would love, oh my goodness, I could make my man go and see Mamma Mia. He hates it. Yay, it's my birthday weekend. I can do what I want. Jamie says, you look like the Dowager Countess of Grantham. I think I should look like the Dowager Countess of Grantham. Diamond J says, give me 35 any day. Sandra says, keep it simple, Duke and Duke. Lillian Rose says, Kensington Palace, London W8, 4PU, England should do it. Yes, to get to Kensington Palace. Jamie says, why not call James's husband, if he has one? That is pure speculation. The Duchess, gender neutral. I would have no problem being called Duchess. And that title being made a gender neutral title of the spouse of a title holder of a duke. I would have no problem with that. Kathy Ware says, I love your work. Thank you so much. Susan Sachs says, love Diana. Sunshine says, what is your occupation? And perhaps you can make extra dollars by being a tour guide. I'd love you as my tour guide. Well, I would love to talk about the royals on cruise ships, actually. That would be a really dream job. But I currently work in education, and this is my hobby. B. Walker says, you are right, like those little red Mary Jane leather shoes. They all have worn them. Too precious. Tribute, I do think it as well. Family connection is so important. Jamie says, there's something strange about James, not the sharpest tool in the box. Stop. No dissing James. Maren Gritzen says, Nacho said Meghan is lovely. Well, he would do. She kissed him. Anne Holloway says, I think it is wonderful Duchess Kate or Catherine rewears her expensive dresses and always looks beautiful. You call it recycling. I think Princess Alexandra actually is the queen of recycling with that hat. But Princess says, have an amazing next birthday weekend and best known as the Duke of Shropshire. God bless the Queen and good night to all. Good night to you. Ain't Nat says, anyway, we all love you. Have a happy birthday. I will indeed. Sharon's calling for more gift openings. Okay, I will do. Okay, I'll do it now before I forget. So let's pick some up off the floor, actually. Okay, I've still got all these to open. So let's go for the brown envelope. Why not go? I'm going to put my hand in. Now, I have my theory that some of these feel, from the packaging, a little bit like flags. So I don't think I'm going to be surprised, but I'm going to be surprised with which ones they are. So without further ado, da-da. Okay. Oh, is this the Australian flag? Let's see if there's a note in it. Okay, there's no note. So if you sent me the Australian flag, thank you so much. Please make yourself known. It's the Australian flag. I know it's the Australian flag because you can see it there. Look. Now I'm not going to open these because I'll have flags everywhere. But thank you so much because I will be able to use this as a flag backdrop whenever there is some kind of Australian tour. And we do know that Harry and Meghan are going to Australia in the autumn, so for the Invictus Games. So I will be using this most definitely for those weeks when they are taking part in the Invictus Games, or if anything Australian crops up or any other Australian royal tour. So thank you so much. I will be using this. Make yourself known and I will say thank you. Let's do another one. Okay. What will it be? What will it be? Oh, what's this? The Canadian flag. It is. It's the Canadian flag. Look, you can just see it poking out there. Now I know who this is from. This is from Dawn. So thank you so much, Dawn. I will most definitely be using this whenever anything Canadian happens or the next Canadian tour. So thank you so much to Lady Buckingham in the chat, Dawn in person. So thank you so much. I will most definitely be using this too. Shall we do another one? I think I'm having flag overload. I can actually no. Before I pull this one out, I think there's a note in this one. Okay, there's a note of some description. Let's see. Oh, there's a card. That's just the flag card. Let's put that down. Who is this from? I still don't know. Oh, it's from Sharon Nichols. So this is from Sharon Nichols. So thank you so much to Sharon. It is the Scottish flag. Wow, it's the Scottish saltire. It's the St Andrews light blue. So it's the St Andrews flag in light blue. Thank you so much. I will be using this when actually the Queen is in Balmoral. So maybe I will use this on the 11th. This might be my next backdrop. So thank you so much for that too. Shall we do another one? Oh my goodness. Let me see if there's any other. I'm feeling for slips. Okay, I can't feel a slip. So again, if you bought me this one, thank you so much. It is, what's this one? Okay, it's a St George's Cross England flag. Look. Wow. So I can use this on St George's Day week, or when for example, if there's an England game going on that we're hoping to win, I can use this. So anything English, I can use this flag as my backdrop. So thank you so much. Shall we do the last one? Let's have a look. Okay. Oh no, I think it was Sharon that got me this one actually, because she said about a bow tie, and it feels like a bow tie. So, oh my god, I love it. So this will be my Balmoral tie. I can wear this now. I can leave this one for a few weeks, and whilst the Queen is on her summer holidays, I can be tartan clad wearing Scottish tartan. Let's have a look if it's any type. Oh, it's the Stuart Royal tartan. I forgot I selected that. So it's the Stuart Royal Tartan by Ingalls Buchan, Buchan. Tartan specialist, and it's actually made in Scotland, and it says 100% pure new wool. So this one looks really, really amazing. So thank you so much. I will be wearing this tie whilst the Queen is holidaying in Balmoral. So expect this on the 11th. So thank you so much. And that is all of my openings for this week. So thank you so much. And I'm going to give you all the contributors to the channel, a big fan flare. There we go. A fan flare for you all. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to skip right down to the comments because I want to see what you're all saying about all these different things. Let's have a look. Jamie says, he's laughing. That was the most childish you've ever been. It's my birthday. I can do what I want. It's true. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Texan says, you look around 25 years of age. Well, thank you so much. I will accept 25, totally. Let's go down a bit more. I want to get to the bit where you're commenting about the presents. Okay. Jamie says, it's Australia and oh, Canada. Betsy says, nice flags. Marilyn says, oh no, Thomas Mark was given another interview saying Princess Diana would loathe the treatment of him. Oh Lord. Oh, we're not even going there. We're going to have a Markle-free week as well. Jamie says, you've more flags than the UN now. I think I almost have. Jamie's laughing. The England flag is made in Italy. Who knows? There you go. Scott Goff says, can't beat a bit of tartan. Well, I will be wearing that one. I look forward to wearing my tartan. I'd like a tartan waistcoat too. That's very nice. And it will go with my Scottish title. There we go. Jamie says, where's a kilt? I need one. Claudia says, I think Diana would put that Markle guy in his place. Markle-free, Markle-free. Let's skip a few Markle comments. Do I have a kilt? No. Maybe I'll have to add one to the list because that would be really funny if I can get everything to match so that I can show some more ankle and maybe a hint of thigh. Who knows? Anne Holloway says, Laird Elliott made out like a bandit for early birthday. It is a bit like an early birthday, so thank you so much to all the contributors that have contributed this week. It's amazing. B. Walker is off, so see you later. Jamie says, 25, 35, it's all the same. Old. I am not old. I refute it. Deborah Fraser says, early birthday wishes to you. Do have a fantastic day and that you continue to enjoy all that life has to offer. Well, I bounce that back at you and hope that everyone enjoys whatever life has to offer you guys. Soliarda222 says, I love these Trump and Markle 3 weeks. Maybe we'll have more of them. Scott Goff says, a kilt would be great, but no up kilt, a la Prince Philip. I can assure you, this is a U-rated channel and there will be no up kilts. I know how to sit with a Duchess slant, I can assure you. David says, does England have discos? We do indeed. Betsy says, add a kilt. I will try and find a kilt. I've never worn one, but I will try to add one. Lots of people saying happy birthday in advance, so thank you so much. Now I'm going to have to go to my list because I have a feeling that we've been doing so much talking, so much ad-libbing, that I may not have mentioned things. So let's have a look. We've done Prince George's 5th birthday and the new photographs that were released. They looked amazing. Prince Harry and Meghan were at the Centre Barley conferences. Well, no, not Meghan, just Harry in the Netherlands for the Centre Barley HIV AIDS conference that was going on. So that was a really nice moment for him to be involved and seeing a lot of the work that he has done kind of come to fruition and that conversation being opened up. So do go and watch those videos. He also did kind of like a conference with Sir Elton John. So do go and watch those videos where they launched Menstar. So there you go. We've spoken about Camilla and Judi Dench and Harry and Meghan with Adelaide Cottage. The Sandringham Flower Show, how could I forget? I love flowers. And Camilla and Charles at the Sandringham Flower Show, which is an annual event which they always attend, and they always turn up on horse and cart, and they leave by horse and cart, and it always looks like an amazing event. And I really wished I could have gone. Maybe I will try and go next year, because I really would like to go, actually. Harry and Meghan, we've mentioned at the Centre Barley Polo Cup, where Harry played and he won. Prince Charles and the Queen both sent messages of support to the people of Greece following the horrific fires, which have, hurt, damaged, killed people and, destroyed properties and destroyed lives. So I think those messages, may have meant something to the people of Greece and the president of Greece. So do go and watch those videos to see what Charles and the Queen say. There we go. And I think I've mentioned that there will be no live chat next week, and I will be back on Saturday the 11th of August, so do make a note of that, but I'm sure I'll remind you in the community section of the YouTube channel that there will be no live chat on Saturday next week. Jamie says, are you rated? Well, how did that beaver get pregnant? No pregnant beavers. James Medford says, how is the morning suit coming along? The Royal Stuart tie is so fabulous. I really look forward to wearing that tie. Goodbye to Lillian Rose. I will be going very shortly too as well. Ain't Nat says, English history is how old? 1,000 years? Longer than that. How is that broken up within the UK education system? Well, we learn in different periods. We sometimes learn about the Vikings, the Anglo-Saxons, the Romans, when they came, Tudors, Stuarts, and the Iron Age, and Saxons, and we learn about castles and forts. And history is a big part of British education, and it's broken down into all different chunks, but we don't necessarily learn it in chronological order. Some things are reserved for our GCSEs, for example, which is mainly to do with the World Wars. And actually, American history forms part of the GCSE. Well, it did when I was taking it, when I was a student. So, World War histories and a little bit of American history forms part of our core GCSE. But all the rest of British history is in there somewhere, sort of amalgamated all up, that you learn from young all the way up until you start your GCSEs. Okay, so I am going to be leaving you all now. So thank you so much to everyone who's contributed to the chat. I will see you guys on the 11th. So I'm going to give you a goodbye fan flap. There you go, goodbye fan flap, and I will see you all on the 11th. So from me in Shropshire, until the 11th, goodbye.